Welcome, everybody, and thank you for joining us this evening for the last hangout of the week. We're excited to share a very exciting opportunity with you tonight that is changing lives and breaking all records and has, taken us from a couple of MLM strikeout losers 18 months ago to seven-figure earners today. I can't even believe what has happened and the abundance that this has provided for ourselves and so many people. My name's Faraday Hosenipur. I got back in this industry after a 10-year hiatus, and when we got back in this industry, we started off with a thud. I mean, we spent 6 months with a popular 100% commission program, and at the end of that time, we spent more money than we made. And I was practically begging my husband to find us another type of business because I just didn't even think we were cut out for it anymore. That was rough. But you know what? That was then, and now is a different story. And I learned a valuable lesson, and that's one, of course, don't give up, but two, average marketers like myself can have extraordinary incomes when they get coupled up with the right opportunity, the right timing, and something that is vastly different, hot, sexy, unique, and different in the marketplace. And extraordinary things can happen. So that's what we're going to talk to you about tonight. Without further ado, let's get into a little screen share. And before I get started, you know what? I'm going to show you with pride a check that we received in December. It was issued by the CEO. This is a 1-month check for $326,595. $326,595. And you know what? We never in a million years believed ever that this could be possible. And we have never earned this kind of money ever before, not anywhere close. So the fact that we can do it certainly says a whole lot about the opportunity. Now, I'm not here to promise anybody anything. I'm not here to entice you, and I'm not here to suggest that anybody else may even reproduce the results that we've had. There's going to be a whole heck of a lot of other people that come on board and never make a dime because it is certainly dependent on your own personal efforts. But with that said, I think a lot of industry veterans are going to tell you the same thing that I'm going to tell you, is that we have never seen anything like this. 20 years in and around the industry, it's not only changing our lives, but a lot of other people. This is a gentleman I've known for 15 years, and he hasn't had a whole lot of success in the last 15 years. As a matter of fact, he will make jokes at company trainings and say that he has been in EBA, everything but Amway the last 15 years. And they told him when he joined and got involved with network marketing that he could make $1 million. But he didn't know he'd have to join 1 million different companies to make $1 at each program. And maybe some of you can relate with that, because this gentleman 7 months ago, he couldn't even afford the $100 to get started. He had lost his house of 25 years, beautiful house in Pacific Palisades, lost his car, went through a bankruptcy, went through a divorce, couldn't even afford good food. And now, Dennis Devoren, you see him here picking up an October check for $267,000. Dennis is now a $1 million earner with our company. Here we are, Dave is practically in tears. We're getting recognized for the first time, after, going through that other program and feeling like MLM strikeout losers. here we are being recognized at a public event, picking up an October check for $221,498, a November check for $250,567, a Ruby bonus check of $50,000. You know, being appreciated and being recognized, you know, really important things. And, you know, I'm going to go buy all these checks of ours because, yeah, we were a little bit proud. We were going a little bit nuts. You know, we've never been given checks like that. We've never been recognized like that. This gentleman, Tony Adamy, his story is so powerful because he was working 18 hours a day at a corporate job and barely getting by. When he got laid off, you know, unappreciated, he ran out of money. And, you know, he was embarrassed. He didn't have the $120 to get started with this program. Well, here he is getting an $82,000 check in September. He got an even bigger one for November and December. And, you know, this kind of income is life-changing. This is Jason Sim. He's another $1 million earner with our company, and he's picking up a 1-month November check for $333,467. Jason does not even speak fluent English. He doesn't have a Facebook account. He doesn't know social media. He does know hard work. And so what I'm telling you is hard work might not guarantee you the checks like Juan Velasquez, who works with his family. This young gentleman is only 20 years old. Imagine being 20 years old and picking up a 1-month check for $190,000. My gosh, I was dead broke at age 20, and I was failing for 5 years straight at that time in network marketing. What an accomplishment for a young 20-year-old gentleman. And this is Soon Bay and Sue Kyo out of New York. October check for $77,353. And this is their sponsor. This is a Korean couple, David and Grace Park, picking up a 1-month check in our Long Beach event for $225,000. And once again, you know, this is, you know, the top 1% earners in the company. But let me tell you something. You know, most people, 6 months into a new program, you know, the top earners that I've seen in most companies are making like $10,000 to $20,000 a month. And if that's the top 1% of the earners, what do you think your chances are of, you know, becoming $1 million earner? So the checks and incomes I'm talking about, yes, they are the top earners. But the fact that these incomes are possible says everything. And the name of our company is Infinity 2 Global. Infinity because we pay to infinity. Global, we're in 200 companies from day one. We are a virtual company. Rick Mikey, this gentleman has made it all possible. He's had over 25 years experience in this industry. He's owned 2 other companies that have gone and generated over 100 million in sales each. That was Velocity and Healing America. He's got a proven track record in the U.S. and internationally, and he's a networker. This is what I love. He wants to see the networkers make money, and he has created a plan that allows it. And top income earners from every company imaginable are being drawn to I2G, Infinity 2 Global. These are my partners, Richard and Susan Anzalone. We've known them for 20 years. We all got our start in this industry together. Me and Richard actually failed together for 5 years straight before we finally had our first success. And this was us picking up a 1-month check, our second month in the business, $156,000. People, do you know that it was always my lifelong dream? Ever since I first got into network marketing right out of college, it was always my dream to be one of these people that could stand up on stage and show a six-figure check. Just, I kept wondering, when is this ever going to happen? Will this ever happen? You know, so I2G's making dreams possible. You know, when Rick first introduced this to us, I have been a marketer all my life, even when I was working with timeshare and out of the network marketing industry. But as a marketer, when I heard that we had Rick Mikey, plus we were the only Tier 1 licensed online live casino network marketing company in the world, you know, that was over. I said, that's a no-brainer. Anybody with one little lick of marketing capability can promote that. Because an exclusive with any product line is a big deal, but a product exclusive with the fastest growing segment on the internet, $45 billion industry, projected to be $150 billion, and we get paid when other people play, I was all in. You know, these are our live dealer dealers. The experience that you're going to have when you go to our I2G casino is so entertaining. It is so exciting. And it helps that, you know, you've got hot, sexy, unique dealers to go along with our hot, sexy, unique opportunity. And they're spinning the roulette wheel, and they're talking to you, and they're dealing the cards to you. And a group of mine in Canada, they are going nuts, having casino parties every single weekend. But you know what? We are not just an online live casino. We are way bigger than that. The picture is way bigger. We are an entire online entertainment giant. So we are coming out with our very first entertainment product on February 28th and March 1st. This one's going to be a music product. It's going to be a blockbuster, unlike anything else out there. You're going to have your own professional music studio. Watch out, American Idol, because you're going to be able to create the same professional type music and share it with the world. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to create 1 million downloads in the first 30 days. And that, I'm not even going to go into online gaming in the U.S. Internet games are a huge multi-million-dollar industry. Social networking is another thing that sets us apart from everything else out there. Now, if I don't know about you, but if I get blocked from my Facebook account for one day, you know, I'm about ready to pull my hair out. And social networking is a $200 billion, yes, billion-dollar industry. It's bigger than the casino business. And we've got a product that's totally unique. It's called the I2G Touch. Now, this product took 8 years to develop and $20 million, and it has a product valuation of $200 million. And we can have our own movie channel. It's got unlimited bandwidth, so you can store as many movies as you want, unlimited videos, audios, images. We've got our own social network, but we can also integrate all of our social networks into one. Video chat, free VoIP all over the world, instant messaging, sending files, live broadcast to thousands of people, and a totally exclusive pop-out technology. It's called assertive notification, where you can take a pop-out video of yourself and you can pop out on people's mobile devices or computer screens. The applications are unlimited. So here we are showing the live feed, chatting with Mr. John Daly, and this part of our I2G Touch is like a built-in Pinterest. You can store all the images and pictures that are most important to you, and you can actually communicate with only those people that are interested in your streams. So that's another unique feature. So now let's talk about the money. You've heard the saying, follow the money. Well, that's what big leaders are doing every single day now with I2G, because the stories are out. There's 3 millionaires in this company already. There are 6 people on our team that have hit the 200,000 or greater in a single 30-day period. There's 85 to 90 people that have hit the 5 figures in a single 30-day period. So how is that happening? Well, we've got 6 different ways we get paid. One of the additional things that sets us apart from every other company out there is a revenue share or profit share aspect to our plan. Now, I don't want to confuse you guys in thinking we're one of these programs that takes all the money and then, you know, pays new distributors with that money, because there's no real customers and no real business. If you, that is what you think, then, that's not this company. We do have a revenue share aspect on the back end, and it is based entirely on a real business with real profits and real customers. Online casino can operate totally independently of any distributors, and it's a perfect product to share in the wealth, because you can literally have an 85 to 1, 95 to 1 customer distributor ratio in an online casino. So what Rick has decided to do very generously is split up 50% of the casino profits as they grow, as the company grows, and split it up with 5,000 emperors in the company that basically helped to founded the company and had the vision. So it's going to be limited to 5,000 emperors, and that is a wonderful thing, because it's never going to get so diluted that it's not even worthwhile. We've got about 1,700, 1,700 emperor positions still available, and we're going to get paid every time somebody places a bet worldwide, and we get to share in these profits with the company for life, not only the casino profits, but also online entertainment profits. Now, fast start bonuses, that means that you put fast money in your pocket. That's immediate cash when you sell one of our software packages. So when you sell an Emperor package, you make $500. When you sell a high roller package, you make $60. When you sell a player package, you make $40. When you sell a novice package, you make $10. And that is whether you come in as a novice, a player, a high roller, or an emperor. We pay you those fast start bonuses exactly the same. Binary income. So you can earn up to $35,000 per week per position in binary income, or up to $1.8 million per year per position in binary income. Now, we had 2 people maxing out the binary comp plan in our very second month. Yes, Dennis DeVoren maxed out the binary comp plan 4 weeks in a row, $35,000 a week. And we, as the very fortunate or very lucky sponsors, were able to make a 20% matching bonus on that. So $7,000 a week matching bonus. We are talking about that on the next slide, so please pay close attention. But in the meantime, I love a binary. A binary is a plan where your sponsor can go the extra mile to help you. Actually, they have no other choice except to help you, because they only have a right leg and a left leg. There's only 2 legs. Everybody else has to go under you. and that's what they call spillover. And that volume counts. You get paid on it. You cycle on it. You hit leadership bonuses on it, just as if you did all the work yourself. So what is a binary cycle? Binary cycles when you get 300 BV on the left, 300 BV on the right. If you're an emperor, you earn $60 per cycle. If you are a high roller, you earn $50 per cycle. If you're a player, you earn $40 per cycle. If you're a novice, you earn $30 per cycle. And here is my favorite part of the comp plan. This is where we make the most money. I tell people every single day, the money is in the match. Because of the over $1 million that we have earned so far, we've earned over half of that as a result of matching bonuses. As an emperor, you earn 5 generations of matching bonus. That means 20% on everybody you personally sponsor, whether you sponsor 10 or you sponsor 10,000. That's a lot of matching bonus, by the way. But not only that, you earn 15% on everybody they sponsor. And then you earn 10% on everybody they sponsor, 10% on everybody they sponsor, 10% on everybody they sponsor. That's a whole lot of matching bonus, the most generous that I've ever seen. You know, truth be told, I didn't even understand this whole comp plan until the second month. And when I was looking at my weekly checks, I was like, where the heck, how the heck am I making all this money? And that's when I learned how these matching bonuses work. Now, if you come in as a high roller, you can still do really well. You earn 3 generations of matching bonus. So you make 20%, 15%, and 10%. If you are a player, you make 20% on your first generation. Now, if you are a novice, you don't make the matching bonus yet. But guys, keep in mind that you can start with one position and you can always upgrade at any time. So leadership bonuses, our company's paid out $2 million in leadership bonuses. We've got 85 or more people that have hit a $10,000 one-time silver bonus. We have a dozen people that have hit a one-time gold bonus of $25,000. We've got a half a dozen people that have hit a one-time cash bonus, ruby $50,000 bonus, and we've got 3 emeralds in the company that have earned a one-time cash bonus of $100,000. Now, diamond is 5,000 binary cycles, 2 months in a row. We're only 6 months old, folks. You know, we will be seeing some diamond bonuses this year. But they just added a bronze bonus. That's a one-time cash bonus of $5,000. All of these leadership bonuses are achieved based on the number of binary cycles that you achieve. So if you're a new person, you know, you might not understand binary cycles, but there are 2 things that are going to help you get there faster. One, I talked about binary and your upline helping you and potentially building half of your business for you. So it makes it a lot easier to hit these binary cycles when you're not doing it alone. 2, and once you understand this, you might not sleep at night because this has never been done in network marketing history. Our casino has just got off the ground. There's only 2,000 distributors internationally. There's going to be probably 20,000 in the next 90 days. And when these people come on board internationally and they bring on customers internationally, they're going to be getting on the casino. They're going to be playing on the casino, and they're going to be falling underneath somebody else in this company. Well, Rick Mikey's going to take 25% of every bet placed, and that is going to go back into the tree as binary volume. that you get paid on, that you cycle on? What if you had somebody in your downline that spent $1,000 at the casino? Well, that's $250 in BV going into your binary tree. You know, and as the casino grows, what do you think is going to happen? What if, just what if, the company did $100 million in customer revenue? That's going to mean $25 million in BV going back into people's binary tree. What if in 1 year we did $1 billion in online entertainment revenue? That would mean $250 million BV going in the binary tree. You think you might want some of that? People are going to be cycling and hitting leadership bonuses at record pace. If you think the incomes are big now, you haven't seen anything yet. And talk about sustainability. What is that going to do for sustainability with thousands and thousands of customers? Leadership pools. Rick has thought of everything to reward the workers. You know, because I've always been a hard worker, but sometimes I've worked really hard for peanuts, or it hasn't paid off, or people drop out as quick as I bring them on. The leaders in this company are going to be well rewarded for your efforts. So Rick has come up with leadership pools. He's going to take another 25% of the casino profits and online entertainment profits, and he's going to split that up among all of the leaders that hit the rank of silver, gold, ruby, emerald, and or diamond. So that brings it to a grand total of 75% of the online casino profits, online entertainment profits from customers getting paid out. I love Rick Mikey. Guys, how do you get started? You know, depending on your personal situation, you can get started at an entry level of a novice, which gets your foot in the door for $100 plus a $19.95 business software license for your I2G Touch. $25 auto ship. That's for access to your I2G Touch software. And if you are international, you can choose to have chips. Now, as a novice, you can start earning right away. You can earn the 10% fast start, and you can earn that $30 per cycle. So a great entry-level position to get started. The player package, you're going to get more access to more technology and greater bandwidth. It's a $400 package. You get some additional benefits. You get 1 generation of that matching bonus. Remember I told you about that matching bonus. You're going to make $40 per cycle, 10% fast start. There's a $50 a month auto ship. That's access to your I2G Touch software. If you're international, you can get chips for the casino. The high roller package, this is the second best position you could get started at. If you have the funds, high roller is way better than player or novice. And why do I say that? Well, one, you're going to get way more access to the technology and the bandwidth that's offered. But additionally, remember I said that money is in the match. Well, you get that 3 generations of matching bonus. And you're eligible for those leadership bonuses. Remember that $2 million they get paid out in leadership bonuses? You're eligible for that as a high roller. You are not eligible as a novice or a player. You get $50 per binary cycle and the 10% fast start. You get, there's a $75 a month auto ship. This gets you your access to a higher level of technology. And if you're international, you can choose to use chips for the casino. The absolute best package, best value, if you have the funds, is the Emperor. There's, as I said, 1,600 or 1,700 more positions available. This is the only position where you can share in the 50% of the revenues of the casino and the online entertainment. You basically have a master license for the online casino product, for the music product, for upcoming online gaming products, etc., etc. You also get the most access to the technology. You get the most benefits in the comp plan, which was the 5 generations of matching bonus that I talked about. You make the most money per cycle, $60 per cycle, and the 10% fast start. There is no auto ship for 1 year, so that's another huge benefit, not having to worry about an auto ship for 1 year. Auto ship will start in the 2nd year, and Rick Mikey has promised that there will never be basically any out-of-pocket, because the revenues that you receive from the casino and online entertainment products will always be greater than the cost of your auto ship in 1 year. So have I given you enough reasons why this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity? These kinds of opportunities don't come often. Do I think this is the hottest business opportunity of 2014? You can bet on it. And with that, I'm going to come back to my esteemed panel, because documentation beats conversation every time. And with that, I've got 3 happy folks that are out there at the casino tonight. They're passing out business cards. They're getting all excited about our event coming up this Saturday in Boca Raton. So, hey, with great pleasure, Crazy Ball James, together with Patricia Platt and Brett Cawley. Hey, you guys, come on board and share the excitement.
Hey, Patricia. Hey, Faraday, can you hear me okay? We've had a couple drinks. I apologize, but we are in Boca Raton, Florida for the big event, and we are at the casino. And the beautiful thing is, if you look right over here, if you get in.
Okay, guys, we lost them. You know how remote internet is. You know, they're probably getting on from their phone. So let's go to somebody you may or may not have heard from, Mr. Joseph Bradley. His team with Katrina Dugar, who can never be with us because of her, the JOB, but she is like making incredible things happen. And Joseph, come and share what's going on with Team Marvell.
They switched over.
Okay, James, we're gonna have to go back to you. We got Joseph now. We're coming back to you, James.
All right, can you hear me okay?
I do.
Yeah, well, Team Marvel is actually kicking butt and taking names, and the one thing that we've eliminated from the process is listening to fear. And once we learned that it was okay to actually accomplish the things in life that we want, then we went forward. And I'm just so excited at this opportunity because, with a coach like Faraday and a coach like Dave and other leaders in this opportunity, the sky is just the limit. So what we're seeing in Team Marvel is we're seeing people who have never been in the industry before and people who have never made any money outside of a standard 9-to-5 actually building confidence, and they're bringing people in, and they're getting people fired up and getting people signed up and getting people started every single week. It's just like as soon as you think it can't get better, it's getting better and better. I think this week we have 3 more emperors coming on board, and over the last 15 to 20 days or so, we've had a total of about 6 or 7, maybe 8 emperors get started. I'm not certain. I'm kind of losing count. The team has doubled, and Katrina, I've watched her just blossom, and it's all because we have leaders who aren't afraid to get down there and meet us right where we are. And that's why I thank Dave and I thank Faraday for spending their time. Look, if you're sitting on the fence wherever you are, I just want to let you know that people who think about doing something, they never get anything done, because we can only think about things that we've done before. We can only think about things that have happened and think about things that are happening. But if you want to actually make a difference in your life, then here's what you need to do. It starts with a decision. It starts with actually deciding that I'm going to do something about the life that I want and about the life that I have. And if that doesn't happen, then next year, guess what? You're still going to be looking for a way out. And the year after that, you're going to be looking for a way out. Opportunity after a while will get tired of knocking at your door because you're not answering. And so I just want to thank Faraday, thank Dave, because we've been able to pay our mortgage. We've been able to pay our HOA fees. We've been able to take care of a lot of outstanding debt simply because of what this opportunity is doing and having coaches like, I mean, it's one thing to be in a great opportunity, but then when you have arguably probably the top paid marketers in the industry coaching you step by step, you can't lose, right? And that's what we have here. So back to you, Faraday.
Thank you, Joseph. I couldn't be more happy for you. You guys are rocking, and I'm loving to see that. And we're gonna try to go back to Crazy Ball James and Brett and Patricia, and hopefully we don't lose you this time.
Alrighty, we are live from Boca Raton, Florida, and there's a big difference, guys, between hype and excitement. This company is offering more excitement than anything we've ever been involved in, and you know my story. I lost $82,000 in the last 12 programs I was in the last 3.5 years, and this company has changed my life in 6 months. So we're down here in Boca Raton, me, Patricia, and Brett, having a blast. We got a big event. Come on down and join us. The information with the program is all over the internet. It's this Saturday at 10 a.m. We'd love to see you, and if you want to get in something very early and something very special, join us, because I've never been a part of anything like this in my life. Neither has Patricia and Brett. We're all one big happy bald family. At least I'm part of that family, the bald part. Everybody have a great evening, and thanks for having us, Faraday.
Thank you guys very much. And you know, you for the people watching here tonight, I will tell you, Crazy Ball James, Patricia, and Brett are not even in the same lines. They do not financially benefit each other, but we all consider ourselves one big team with I2G, and everybody is incredibly helpful. Patricia helped James and Brett put together cards. They're out there handing the cards out for the event on Saturday together, and I couldn't be more proud of them. Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's right, baby. Yeah.
Absolutely. You guys are amazing.
Saturday.
Absolutely. And okay, another person that is having a fabulous, unbelievable week, Steve West, I think has brought in his team a total of 11 emperors. Steve?
How you doing, Faraday? Thank you.
Very good. Tell everybody about what an incredible week you're having.
It's been an exciting February. I want to say welcome to the panel. Thank you for everything, and welcome everybody on this call tonight. February has started out very strong. January was a great month for us. We started building it, laying that foundation down. We have the people in order, the leaders, the duplication. Listen, before we start even with the excitement, we have a leadership team here, thank you, Faraday and Dave, that have set down a foundation where we can actually duplicate the results that you're getting. It does take work, it takes commitment, but once you use that duplication that is being given on a daily basis through this team, through the leadership ranks, you can actually see the plan, the direction, the roadmap to get there. So what we're seeing, guys, is a lot of marketers that are coming out that have struggled in past opportunities. I've struggled, you've struggled, we've all struggled, but we found a way to find success, and it's been through I2G. We have a global product. We have a product that has 2 very powerful platforms that are quickly growing online. We've been able to reach out to the world, and that's the powerful thing. We're no longer limited by our surroundings, our country. We can go out wherever we choose to. I've been able to obtain 11 emperors this week, and we have 2 more that are funding as we speak, right? Well, not as we speak. Tomorrow morning, they'll be going out and hitting the bank. They're seeing something that's special. What they're seeing is a company that's on the cutting edge. It's not going to sit back and just stay with social media and online gaming. It's going to grow in many different directions. So our future is basically unlimited. And guys, welcome to a great team, because this is just the beginning of what Rick Mikey has in store for us, what the leadership in this company has in store for us. It's just going to get bigger and better. So when you get on the phone, or you get on, I'm big on the phones, but you get on the phone, the internet with people, and you speak with them, you can speak with that excitement, that pride, that joy, that you actually can help somebody change their life, just as Joseph has spoken about. They can change their life, and they can change it in a very short period of time. I was one of those people. I came out of programs that I struggled with in the last 6 months since our last successful run, Faraday, but that's all changed now, and I want to thank everyone on this panel, and especially you and Dave, for your direction, your care, your love, your support in getting me into this I2G, looking out for me. And from now on, we're just going to spread our wings and take off, and that's the excitement we're having right now. Portugal, Spain, Brazil, the Bahamas, Trinidad. We are completely all over the place, places I can't even name, but we're all over. And that's special. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. And it's really exciting to see all your hard work really pulling, yeah, really paying off for you big now, because, you know, it's, you know, consistency and persistency, and Steve is there doing what he needs to do every single day. And with this program, if you're consistent and persistent, it starts to pay off for you big. I've got a brand new guest who just got started, and he's like already taking off in a big way. I am expecting huge things from Bob Klutz. Bob from Houston, can you come and share a little bit with us? Now, he's another MLM veteran. He's had some pretty good success, but I think he'll tell you he's never seen anything like Infinity 2 Global.
Hey, can you hear me okay, Faraday?
I do, Bob.
Okay, great. Thank you for having me on here. I've watched these hangouts and how well you do this, and all these folks that are having a great time tonight at the casino. That is great. Look, like Faraday said, and all the other people have said, that, you know, opportunities come along, and you've got to make a decision what you want to do and how you want to do it. Part of my story is, like Faraday said, I got into network marketing back in the 90s, and had, to make a long story short, had a significant success with building a group of 82,000 people over 13 months, and made almost 400,000. And in that time frame, I later, shortly after that, I got to know Rick Mikey, and Rick would you know, fly me into North Carolina and different areas and ask me to speak to some of his people and do different things, just to talk to people and share my story and stuff. And you know, over the years, I went, like Faraday has said many times, I went into the MLM Witness Protection Program, where I just completely dropped off the map and went into just regular business, doing things around the world and building up my database and stuff. And I, you know, make a long story short, I came back and got in the business. And last June, I heard that Rick Mikey had sold his companies, and I called him up trying to get him to come to work with me. And he said, you know, Bob, I'm opening up this new company. It's going to be really incredible. It's called Infinity Global. And I said, wow, okay, well, that's good. He said, look, why don't you take a spot in my company? I'll take a spot in yours, and we'll see what happens. And I said, okay, I'll call you back. I never called him back. So fast forward to January 31st, the Friday before Super Bowl, and I'm looking on the internet, and I see this lady out of London who Faraday knows is, I think her name's Ann. She's advertising an online gaming casino, and I turn around and instantly grab my phone, text Rick. I said, Rick, is the name of your company Infinity Global? He goes, yeah. And my throat constricted. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I said, can you talk to me? He said, yeah, and give me 30 minutes. So at that time, I started going on, seeing all these videos and seeing these checks, and I was astounded at the success this company was having and the people was having, because, you just don't see that with a company, most network marketing companies, where the people in such a short period of time have this much success that fast. So I immediately said 2 questions. What's the best position? He said the emperor position. I said, great, I'm in, and I signed up immediately with Richard, and I haven't looked back. I mean, it's only been a few short days, and or a little over almost not even 2 weeks yet, and golly, that's exciting. I can't tell you how exciting it is, and the support that you give us with these, with the Hangout, and all these folks here just working as a team, and then Rick Mikey doing what he's doing. I'm reaching out to people all over the globe, Hong Kong, South America, Asia, my friends in London, all my friends in Singapore and China. It's just a global excitement of where we're going on this. And you know, I'm still going through this. I've got a guy that tried to come on tonight. His name is Manny. Manny Garcia. Manny is going to be a dynamo. And give a shout out to Manny. Give a shout out to George in Hong Kong. Shout out to my new lady, possibly TJ, and of course my new lady that has to remain anonymous. So anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for having me on, and again, go I2G.
Thank you, Bob, and it's a pleasure working with you. Thanks for being on here tonight. I just saw for a quick second Tamara from Australia. I was wanting to get our Australian team some airtime because they're doing phenomenally. Oh, there she is. So yay, Tamara, Australia, Team Australia is doing phenomenal. Tamara is having a great week. Thanks for jumping on. Tamara, is your mic working okay tonight? Tamara. She's never done a Hangout, so I'm not sure if I kind of threw it on her at the last minute to ask her if she could get on. And okay, well, we're going to hear from Tamara on the very next Hangout. And with that, I'm going to close it out with Mr. Dave Manning. And it looks like, yeah, Patricia, and then they're getting a little bit crazy with the money over there. Hey, Dave, you know, let's close this out tonight.
Well, you know, we're only about 12 hours away from our ride to Boca Raton. We're really getting excited here, guys. Really unbelievable here tonight. I want to thank all the new people here just getting started with us. Welcome to our team. Welcome to everything that's going on. You know, it's just 6 short months. 6 short months it's gone on. And look what's happened here with I2G. You know, in my whole marketing career, I've never ever seen anything quite like this, and definitely nothing quite as magical as what's going on. But when you can take unique, hot, sexy, and zero competition and really have that, not just say it, but really have that, that's what we have, and that's the magic that we have right now. Those pictures that Farrah shared you, I'm telling you, is nothing like that, guys. You know, it wasn't only a few short years ago where I'd make $120 a week. Did you show that check? Well, let me tell you something. It's pretty life-changing when you can learn how to get paid for what you want to do. And that's what we're doing here with I2G. All we do is share it. We're global entertainment. Think about it. Think of that word, global entertainment. Okay? Unbelievable on what we're being able to go do. Guys, anybody you know, this weekend, Boca Raton. Tomorrow night, we're having a dinner. Friday, we'll be over at the Romano's Macaroni and Grill at 7 o'clock. Then we're going to go into a meeting. We're doing a biz op Saturday morning, 10 o'clock. Then we're going into a full-blown training where we're really going to get into the meat of the business for the people that really want to join and get into that 20K team with us. It's going to be a mind-blowing experience. It's going to be unbelievable. First East Coast, first big East Coast meeting ever, and where else but beautiful Boca Raton. That's where we're going to be, right off the Glades Road. 2 weeks later, guys, 2 weeks later, LA. We're going to be in Garden Grove, launching out a music product. Got celebrities from coming in from all over that are going to be there, total trendsetters that have been there. I've heard through the grapevine, maybe Lady Gaga, what a trendsetter, right? Whether you like her or not, doesn't matter. She branded herself. Unbelievable when you think about what's going on in the positioning of something 6 months old. So the question is it for you? And are you ready to join us? Because if you are, we're ready to help you get where you want to go. Obviously, great job here tonight. Unbelievable. Panel was super excited about you. Excited about all the teams that have totally been focusing in, really focusing in. Because I share something with you. You know, when I got started, I had a mentor teach me a 90-day plan of action. Well, in those 90-day plan of actions, they never produced results like this one would. I remember what they would produce, and it was a great income. It was still an above-average income. But, guys, it was never, ever an income where you're halfway to 7 figures in a 90-day plan. We've got, guys, several people, that have got that lasered in and going for it, and it's big, and we've got over 100 now, I think, over into the 20K team. I want you to think about that for a minute. Do you know how many people work a half a year to make that? Okay, and we're talking about people that are doing that in less than 90 days. I mean, I want you to really grasp what's going on with that. Maybe it's not for you. But, you know, when Joseph tells me how he could pay his mortgage, his HOA fees, and all that stuff in advance when it was in the rearage, that's big stuff, guys. Anyway, enough of that. Great job, Faraday. Awesome. We look forward to seeing everybody down in Boca. Farrah, back to you. Great job. And we'll see everybody here this weekend in Boca Raton.
All right. Thank you very much, Dave. And if you guys are watching here for the first time, somebody cared enough about you to refer you to this hangout, get back to that person and get started. Because every day you wait, it's somebody like Steve or Bob or Patricia or James or Brett or Joe getting in the business. And that could be underneath you. And there's going to be tens of thousands of people coming in the next 90 days. And that could be underneath you. Don't let this one get away. You know, anywhere you come in, whoever you come in with, you're part of our team, and we're going to all work with you. One big happy team, and we're there to go shoulder to shoulder with you. So get back to that person and get yourself started. We'll see you in Boca Raton this weekend. And that's the Courtyard Marriott, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Come join us for dinner Friday, Macaroni Grill in Boca Raton. And we're going to see you on the very next hangout. Thanks, everybody, and good night.